capacity building, business support, and also the tech arm that takes businesses from traditional business angle to digitalization. We're also very big on setting the stage or platform for other employers to get access to our trained buckets or our trained pools. So you find us have partnerships, replacement partners after we've trained you to ensure you get all of the white, blue, pink colored jobs in Lagos and also out Lagos.
Okay. So I'm aware, right, that empowering the youth is empowering the future. Entrepreneurship is the key to unlocking economic growth and job creation.
Yeah.
In a place like Lagos, where there are lots of demands on the available age workforce, what are some opportunities that you guys provide, and how can people access it? Is it open to all?
So, you know, Lagos is the epicenter of national migration, and it's in the sense of everyone is coming from Kano, Kebbi, the south, from Ogun, or your Plateau to Lagos State. You know, that's where my dreams are going to come true. And to be honest, it's true. So, and we're one of the ministries or one of the agencies of funds that is trying to, like you say, give the wings to this youth and help them to fly. So, part of what I discussed earlier are the opportunities for that we have put together, which are training, vocational trainings, and also soft skills trainings. And then there's also the affordable financing. So with the affordable financing, I think I should break it down, which is that we have the micro enterprise loans, the micro loans itself, and then the MSME, which is for the smaller medium, which is like third level. The micro enterprise or the MEs are the ones where you have an idea, let's help you run. And that's why we have the big support unit to guide you through, is this the right idea for you? Have you gone the right route? How do we support you? You know, when we do this with as little as 50,000 naira, yes, for the nano, 250,000, 500,000, our maximum obligor limit is 5 million naira, which is like for the SMEs who have set themselves up already for the kind of like documentation that will be required. And the good part of it is we also have those who would come to us needing more, and then we can share our partner list, such as banks or other organizations. We really are there to that rudimentary growth from the very basic. And then before you get to the point where you're a bank's customer, so you have more bankers to pick from or to select from.
Very commendable. Very commendable. So I listened to you, and I'm not sure I heard if there's an age bracket or what are some of the conditions, criteria for eligibility for this. How does it work?
So firstly, you have to be a Lagos resident. As you know, Lagos State Employment Trust was set up for Lagos State, so you have to be a resident. And it's not because we're trying to like gate people, it's that a lot of people are coming into Lagos. It's a form of ID, that's identification, and also a means of supporting the other many innovative ways that Lagos is building and helping you to grow, like the Cowrie card, like your LASRA. Those are things that were you to be able to get one step gone, you've done like 3 other things. You know, so like when we say have your LASRA ID, it's not because we're like mandated, you have to know because you're a resident. It allows you to get so many other things, or even the LASHMA, HMO, you know, all of them can be in one place. Eligibility, like I said, for that, you're a Lagos resident, your business is here, you live here. You can easily from then on access the affordable financing again, like we said, all the trainings that we have with different partners. We're working with the vocational training centers, and so I don't want to say like have age gap because that's like but you should like be an adult. Yeah, but you should be an adult. What it means is that you can work according to the National Bureau of Statistics and the explanation of labor law and all of those. You have to be 18 and above. So yeah, 18 for the access for loans, for the trainings too. Although we do see those around 16, you know, because you must have finished maybe high school by that age, so it's fine. So vocational trainings are really like encouraged at 16, 17, and that's fine. Other things will be for accessing loans, your statement of account, your NIN, your BVN, which is what everyone really has at this point. But for SMEs, as in like higher grade, you must have history of banking documents, which is your statement of account for like maybe 6 months or 1 year.
Sharifa, you're making a lot of sense.
Oh yes, the Lagos State government. We've been in existence for 10 years. Well, yes,
Really?
we're housed within the Ministry
So
of Wealth Creation and
I
Employment.
was just about to ask that. Are you
Yeah.
under a particular ministry?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Yes, we are. And we've been doing this for, again, 10 years. We'll be there next year.
Wow.
So it's like
So are there people who have benefited from
Oh, definitely.
this?
We have.
Do
We
you
have.
an active social media handle where people...
You guys, please, I hope not everyone is like my presenter here. You guys know, right?
Yeah.
Like this is no clearly. Well, but I take the feedback. So if you don't, but that's all right. And that's part of the information that we really need to get out there. Why we're always trying to come out to radio stations and speak to everyone to say, you look, the Lagos State government has provided this for you. Mr. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has said, do not even go to banks as a small entrepreneur.
Wow.
Stick with we're like the bank of the government at this point. You know, the commissioner at some point, whenever we train and we have graduation of over 2,000 people in different skills: hairdressing, barbers, welders, artisans. Exactly. So as soon as they're done graduating, we're banking them. We're giving them the starter pack. Then they can immediately buy their barbing tools, their salon equipment, their tie and dye things that they need for 250K, 100K. So like, and we definitely do have beneficiaries, even in the tech ecosystem. Like I said, we have the tech space of it. That's the Lagos Innovate. The Lagos Innovate it's startups, but we're saying literally Lagos Innovate. It's like we're building, and then we digitalize your business for you. You have an idea, we get you to MVP stage. We provide a platform where you meet mentors who tell you ABC, XYZ, and then you can even have opportunity to investors. But of course, Lagos State is what, 20 million plus range. If we're doing close to maybe 300,000 beneficiaries in the 9 years, it means we need to do more.
2,000 beneficiaries in 9 years?
Close to 300,000 beneficiaries, yes.
Wow.
Most of them also returnees for our programs.
Many thanks to His Excellency. I mean, you guys definitely tend to be doing a lot behind the scene.
Definitely.
Yeah, and we're hoping that it comes out. But now let's talk about abuse, and let's talk about Lagos resident who believes them are entitled to everything that the government provides.
I like that you're going there.
Yeah, so let's talk about it. How do you I can see that so many people want to have ask you questions, because this sounds like a freebie. So just before you jump
I
on
love
that
it.
question,
Thank you.
Let me give out the phone lines to hear other people's opinion.
Maybe before we go there, I can tell you about how it's not a freebie so that they can really get it.
Okay,
Yeah.
So I'll call the phone lines and then you can respond to it.
Okay.
So for those who want to call in, who Madam Sharifa is still here and she'll be more than happy to take questions.
I speak Yoruba and Pidgin too, so it's fine. Call in and let's speak.
I like your vibe.
No, so that we really get the information out. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay, so you can reach us on 0906 2023 907. One more time, 0906 2023 907 or 0906 2024 907. We'll be going on a quick break. When we return, you'll be jumping right on the question.
All right then.
Thank you, ma'am.
Animoja keke mo bure gbo gba o babaja mo mure di ọpẹ ọpẹ miti bó ṣe bójú ń pa àwọn ni ojo paki lágbá kan kó dágbá kan sí ojo pa mi kó má ṣe pọ̀rẹ́ mi mọ́ Èkó Akété ìlú ọgbọ́n. Èkó Akété ìlú ọgbọ́n. Arọ́mọdé kó má má já o. Èkó arómìsá lẹ́gbẹ́lẹ́gbẹ́. Arọ́mọdé kó má má já. Èkó arómìsá lẹ́gbẹ́lẹ́gbẹ́. Èkó Akété ilé ọgbọ́n. Èkó Akété ilé ọgbọ́n. Arọ́mọdé kó má má já o. Èkó arómìsá lẹ́gbẹ́lẹ́gbẹ́. Arọ́mọdé jẹ́jẹ́ kó máa ma sá o. Eku aró mi sá, lẹ́gbẹ́lẹ́gbẹ́. Kò máa síjú já òbè kòwé. Àbírọ́ kò máa síjú já òbè kòwé. Bèkòwé o kò máa síjú já òbè. Bèbè tó sì tó.
Welcome back. We still have Madam Sharifa here with us, and she's helping us throw more light into the Employment Trust Fund.
Yes.
Run Lagos State, so we can have access to. We can just bust in there. Okay, so right before the break, you're about to tell me what entitlement looks like. Well, I also like for you to add to the question what the interest rates of those loans are like, and I also want you to talk about the industries that qualify for this.
Okay, so I'm going to start by we have really good and amazing people in Lagos State. They are so entrepreneurial. I know the Lagos residents' heads are buzzing, their minds are buzzing. They want to start a business, they want to float something. It's amazing, and that's literally why we're here, to support your dream with as little as 50,000 naira. And I can tell you that it's very easy for us to do that, because when you start small, you're the same person who will get to 5 million naira. So we haven't said anything with respect to entitlement. In fact, we kind of feel like we should buzz in more to fit the capacity. But on the other hand, we also should speak about the fact that this is community money. If the government says that we want to bank the people, provide them with affordable finance, by law, it must be less than 10%, which is 9. We usually do 9 or something less, depending on the risk appetite of that venture or endeavor. So at that rate, what it means is when you have such an opportunity, you should pay back. You should ensure that your next door neighbor or somebody else in Lagos gets the opportunity to also access such funds. So good for us. Our portfolios, our bank books are looking really good. We have amazing customers. Shout out to our customers, our beneficiaries. Yes. And of course, you know, when we're not when we're not dealing in a manner where you can't sleep because you got a loan. That's there was one time Mr. Governor said, "I've told you, don't go meet people who will let you sleep." This is the reason why we have put these monies here to support your business. You get trained, you're certified, and you get access to startup. What more could you ask for? You know. So yes, we have really good customers and beneficiaries, and we hope that you guys continue to do more. As soon as you pay back, others also have opportunity to get this. And the interest loan, like I said, between 5 to 9%, depending on very. You won't find that anywhere else. Well, maybe BOI. But that's also a government-backed institution, and that's what government is doing, both at state and at federal level. We're supporting entrepreneurs, supporting everyone to really grow and fly. And then the industries were sector agnostic. We're not working with, if you're on this line, so we wouldn't deal with you.
So it's not like something for semi-skilled labor.
No, in fact, we want you as soon as you have an idea that is bankable, that makes sense, that you can use to earn income, come have a discussion with us.
Interesting.
Yes, like I said, our business support unit is there to help you get your CAC documentation. How do you grow? What do you need to structure the business? So if you're getting a loan of 500k,
there's a call. We have a call.
Amazing.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
Hi. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Thank you for calling. Please go on.
My name is Manuel. I'm calling from Ikeja.
Okay, Manuel. Please go on with your question.
So I have a question. How can someone access the loan?
Okay.
Okay. Hi, Emmanuel. Good evening, and thank you for calling in. You can walk into any of the LGAs, that's the local government areas in Lagos State, or the LCDAs, the local council development communities, to get. You would find our liaison officers. We have offices in all of these places. That's about 26 locations in Lagos State. Think of them as your local bank branches. Ask for more information. You'll be put through, and your location would even be aided with you before it gets submitted. And if that's not, if your typo is also working, you can go online to the website www.lsctf.ng then apply for that. Also on our Instagram and Facebook pages, you'd find all of the links for you to do this.
Sherifa, would you like to take that?
www.lsctf.ng.
Okay, Emmanuel, you got that.
And all of our Instagram pages and in Facebook is also in that. It's also spelled like so, lsctf.ng or lsctf on Instagram.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you for calling. Thank you, Sheriff. I mean, you've been so helpful, right? So, investing in youth employment is investing in the future of our nation. And one more time, I find this act very commendable by His Excellency, and I'm saying a thank you to
thank you, Mr. Governor. Thank you to our commissioner.
Yes, so I'd like to find out, how does the fund support youths who are either be out of school, for people who are, with the idea of business. Some people just stick at having an idea and then they think of funding and they believe that once there's funding, the business should do well. So are there structural backend trainings that can guide people to succeed at what they do? The way others have formal education where they are guided. Do you have any process like that? Yes, we do.
And that is the business support I've been talking about.
Okay.
We don't leave you hanging. We handhold you. If you're the one who came for 250,000 naira loan in January, you finish paying by December, and you're doing well, it means you should move to 500k. How did you go from that 250k to 500k? We're there from January with you. We let you know when it was by the third quarter or the second quarter to say you're going to need a business structure in the masterclass. Come join us. I have a couple of that going on year round. The business opportunities is always busy. There's something to teach or to enlighten our beneficiaries or even the public on taxation, on their human capital development, or even management, resource allocation. Even opportunities for funding, because we know that we might not be able to give you more. A business that has come to us to receive 500 million naira for a loan and is doing well, income has grown, revenue has grown in 1 year. It means they're going to need something more, and we can't do more than that. We partner with bankers to say, this person, amazing, this business, outstanding, you need to support them.
Especially when you found out that the person is trustworthy and has used the funds judiciously.
Yes.
And you can. So talking about that, right? I'm assuming that with the population in Lagos, this is like throwing a pinch of salt into an ocean. How are you able to measure? Can we look at employment rate in Lagos and attribute a percentage of the growth to what happens
to LSCTF?
Yes.
I really like this question, but it's quite linear because there's a lot that we're doing, But according to the reclassification of employment in about 2 years ago, even if you have a job for an hour, you're fully employed. But we are not working, and that has put Lagos State's unemployment rate to less than 1%.
Less than 1%.
Normally, the unemployment rate in Lagos will go as high as maybe 5.4%.
Okay.
Even higher than other states. Okay. Of course, because Lagos has so much activity.
Yes.
But when we now use that classification, or even if you've worked for 1 hour, you've been gainfully employed, it drastically dropped unemployment in Lagos State. We're not using that to be like that's an excuse. We're still aiding you. So aside for giving you the access to financing and the trainings that we're talking about, mentorship that we're talking about, even if you do gainfully get an opportunity to get a job for just 2 hours in a day, we're here for you for the next day. To see how else can you do that. We're constantly matching people with jobs. We have placement partners. We're looking to even expand the list of those whom we're working with. At any point you feel you've learned so much working with 1 or 2 organizations that you're with, and you want to start your own business, guess who's there for you again?
This sounds so good to be true. Aren't I just lucky to be in Lagos State?
I tell you, and that's why we're trying to get the information out there. Make use of these opportunities. It's important. And I must mention that we're recently going on our project 100,000 jobs for the end of the year. Yes, and this means that 2025 project 100,000. We're ambitious like so, because it's important for us to continue to sell the idea of efficient business that can be run by these entrepreneurs. And the project 100K is all about access to affordable financing again, and then training and placing jobs. So we're working with the likes of, our ministry to train as many people as possible and then empower them with the starter packets. Right? We also have other partners that will be bringing on board to ensure that when you get trained, one day, 2 weeks, next thing is how do you start your own business, or what is the next step of validation or certification in that line.
Wow.
And we'll be doing that for 100,000 people before the end of the year.
I need to stand somewhere and clap for you guys. Like,
yes, so please come get your loan from LSCTF before the end of the year.
All right. So while you're speaking, right, I was just thinking of the typical system. I'd like to listen to testimonials of people who have benefited from this.
Mm-hmm.
But I also want to check, have you guys had your fingers burnt with people? Have you had people who thought they had interest in a particular thing, then midway into the loan, they decide that the family requested, there's a change in preference?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that definitely happens. But the commitment is a commitment.
Okay.
And you have to pay back.
Okay.
However, in such situations where we find our beneficiaries in, like tight holes like that, we handhold you, you pay back the loan, and that's where the business support comes in. What was the reason for you not to be able to pay back for the month? We check on you with our liaison officers, our volunteers. This where I must have gotten inventory from like another source that was too high, eroded my profit, I couldn't pay back. So what's the next thing we course correct exchange for you? Those sort of things too. We do a course correction, and then even if it means that you start your repayment a month later, it's better than you just like giving up and saying I'm no longer doing this. This is not for me.
So there's so much flexibility involved.
Not as much as you would say flexibility in the sense of like you don't pay back anymore. No, you don't. But we help you to restructure your business.
So
in a manner
if
that
we
allows
can
you
see
to
that maybe you're struggling instead of a it can be extended to a 9 months.
And that will be on the basis of the fact that you still have this business and it's verifiable.
Okay. Yes. Beautiful. So there's something I'd like you to speak on. When you say youths, are teenagers allowed to be here? Some of those teenagers who are dropouts, who are doing nothing, do they fall under this bracket?
For access to finance, no, because by law you can have that. But for vocational trainings, definitely. 15, 16, I mentioned earlier, we're very much interested in that. Even by law, actually, labor law, from 15, you can have voluntary contributory pension. So what it means is that you're working and you can put 2 naira aside for your pension. With all of the institutions that are working on the voluntary pension. But so in that manner, yes, you can definitely get trained in being an electrician, a plumber, as long as you have level. In fact, I think a part of our law has just been rejigged to be able to accommodate a lot of this, because we're hoping that we can get more people into the bracket. More people have handiwork means that more jobs are being met. Think of a time where you probably needed an electrician or a plumber and you had to wait for like 2 hours before they came. If we had more plumbers or more electricians, your wait time is reduced to about 20 minutes. That's what we're trying to do. But for loans, you have to definitely be an adult, have an account, and that is 14 and above.
Sherifa, you're such an excellent educator.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
I hope you've been told that several times. Like, I'm listening to you, I'm already loving this. I can't wait to go check your site and see to refer as many people. So there's something I want.
I brought a couple of flyers too, so I will definitely drop them. The cards, you guys can all over social media over here. And also, I always try to paint that idea local branches of our people. Our local government areas, our offices, and our local and our LCD offices should be your second home, to be honest. That's where you get the best information about what's going on around you. We just had our elections. Can you see how serious the government took it? It's because it should be where we have so much repository information, where you can turn around your life or your person, even security-wise, business-wise. It's really a center for everyone. So, and we have our own offices in those places. Walk over to any of the LGAs. You would find SCTF banners. You find our people around. Ask questions. I want to believe that the reason why, a lot our numbers, people say, oh yes, I've heard about you guys, is those who know about us never leave us. Okay. So we have the return rate is high, because as soon as it's like tasting like tasting food now when you're hungry. It's like, oh yeah, I'm never leaving this. But what it means, you also have to do more work in getting more people.
I think
and that's why this project is here. We need to show capacity to say we can actually serve more, and we need you to join us.
Wow, I'm really impressed. So I want to to talk about collaborations. I want us to compare your interest with the interest of digital banks like Opay and the likes, but we'll go on a quick.
Okay.
We'll return shortly. We'll talk about that. Stay with us.
Eko akete ìlú ọgbọ́n. Eko akete ìlú ọgbọ́n. Arọ́mọdé kò má já o. Eko arọ́mísà lẹ́gbẹ́lẹ́gbẹ́. Arọ́mọdé kò má já. Eko arọ́mísà lẹ́gbẹ́lẹ́gbẹ́. Eko akete ilé ọgbọ́n. Eko akete ilé ọgbọ́n. Arọ́mọdé kò má já o. Eko arọ́mísà lẹ́gbẹ́lẹ́gbẹ́. Arọ́mọdé kò má sá o. Eko arọ́mísà lẹ́gbẹ́lẹ́gbẹ́. Kò má síta òpè kòwé. Àbírọ́ kò má síta òpè.
Yes, welcome back. If you're still joining us, having a great time talking with Sharifa, the head of strategy, Lagos State Trust Fund. Lagos State Employment Trust Fund. Thank you so much. So, while we were on the break, we got a call. We got a message from one of our listeners, and I'd like you to throw more light. So he's asking that how does the loan interest work compared to all the microfinance banks like Opay? I think you mentioned the Opay, PalmPay, and the rest. So I'd like to add to this question. I need you to talk to us about collaborations.
Okay.
Are agencies who are willing to also support development of youth in Lagos allowed to come collaborate with you? Who are some of the stakeholders beyond the government?
Oh, definitely. Okay, well, within the government, the Ministry of Youth and Social Development are very strong partners.
Okay.
I mean, we should be working with them. The HC Okulende is very passionate about pipelining the right people, the youth. You just finished your NYC, go and take a training. Get one certificate or the other. Allow yourself to grow, open up your mind. If you now want to start a business, go ahead. That's within. We also have the MEPB working with us through the social enterprise department within. That's like people who are like vulnerable or need support when it comes to their businesses. MEPB is Ministry of Economic Planning and Budgeting by the way.
Okay.
Within Lagos State, we work with WAPA. We work with of course, our ministry, other ministry, always and always. So within the government, these are like a little bit of whom we do, and we do with the artists. I mentioned that when you're trained as as a plumber, tie and dye pressing, blah blah blah, and that's last quarter. There's the associations of them. There's the artisan associations that you'll find all through. So when you talk about collaboration internally, that's definitely. We're working with everyone within the states, as long as, because again we're like the bankers for the state, so like everyone has an opportunity to pipeline beneficiaries to us, either with even the Lagos State residents themselves and can just get up and say, you know what, I'm going to get a loan or a training from LSETF. So on that note, outside wise too, we have a lot of development finance institutions that support us, like GIZ, like UNDP. Over time, we've had very big support from international partners like Big Win, Philanthropy, who look at us and say, you guys are doing amazing work. Let's help you to either structure for technical assistance or even direct funding.
Sorry, Sharifa. Sorry, let me just cut you there. Those international collaborators, do they do grants or is it also loans?
So
are there certain conditions that will make people qualify for grants?
Yes, so mostly, so we don't do grants.
Okay.
We had a situational grant after COVID.
Okay.
At which point there was no business activity, so it wouldn't make sense to give loans, right? So the team in LSETF then, amazing work was done, raised money from private sector in billions to support those small businesses or the entrepreneurs themselves to come back after the negative effects of COVID. So that was a situational grant. We also had the Lagos through the NG Cares that was supported by World Bank. So for situational cycles, yes, we can have that, but majorly we're supposed to help you with debt, and that's loans. And of course, you know what debt does is for expansion. Grant is for here and now. So we're also putting in the perception in the heads and the minds of our beneficiaries that we're not trying to feed you fish. We want to teach you how to fish.
Yeah, hence the very, very reduced interest rate.
So I say, so that was the question earlier. Well, I wouldn't mention anyone's companies or business, but we all know the differences. Banks have MPR, fintechs have theirs. Everybody knows whatever levels that we're doing to get the loans. But we are Lagos State Employment Trust Fund, via the mandate of Mr. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and the Commissioner. It's been noted that even by law, by House of Assembly, nothing has to go above 9%. I'm struggling. You can imagine what it means for other banks or other entities to do higher. It means the cost of underwriting loans is high. But the state says no. We need to support. I mean, look at the 500 billion naira that was raised for food produce recently. Those are by the governor and also the HC for Agric. These are the Madam Abisola. These are the things that we're doing for Lagos State. It's like we'll put an idea in your head, then support you again with what's going to happen. I mean, look at all of the cold trucks, everything that's going to happen. Businesses will start flying. I would go into selling croaker now, to be honest.
Really?
Because cold trucks or temperature trucks are now in place. I can say that my fish will move, or my croaker will move, or my prawns will move from Ekpe all the way to Badagry without spoiling. So that means that idea for business is now in my head. I can come to LSETF and get a loan and then start small. If I know what's happening, you guys will be wondering how I became, Mama Eko, that sort of thing, because the government has supported me. So these are ideas that the government has put in place, and you'd find the differential that when there is a ROI or return of investment in money from the private sector, the government is saying ROI have impact.
That's it, because I mean, it just has to be impact with that 9% and the number of people that have access to.
Our board members will tell you things about what are you doing for impact. Whenever they ask us such questions, it recalibrates our brain to say all of the work we're doing, who is benefiting, who is happy to know that they're still coming back to LSETF to be supported in the past. Years.
Wow, thank you so much, Sharifa. This has been a very, very interesting conversation. But just before I let you go, I want you to tell us. So, assume I'm an entrepreneur. Are there certain conditions like, okay, if my turnover is above 15 million, I'm eligible to apply, or can I just run into a tough time and say, I want to come to LSETF? Are there conditions like that? Do you have an internal control system that checks to say that this person should be given this or this person qualifies?
Yes, and that is a proper credit assessment process.
Okay.
That every financial institution or financial product agency will have, and we do have that. It is top notch. It is unbiased, and we're looking at it from what you bring to us.
Okay. So
recently I was speaking with the head of risk management. We're talking about the fact that it's what you bring to us that we're able to deal with.
Okay.
So if you come to us with your turnover as high as 10 million naira, will be wondering, what do you need 2 million naira for?
Maybe to scale
Do you
up.
understand? But we will wonder to start with, because what it means is that you should be eligible to more. Looking at your business. But again, we're all Lagos State residents. For maybe you need it for quick working capital, and working capital within 0 to 5 million. A good assessment will be done of you, your capacity to pay back, and you get that. So yes, our credit assessment is again very thorough, unbiased, no conditions. Not like, oh, just because you're an SME. No, there's nothing like that. There's nothing. What you bring to us is what your credit bureau report is also very important, and I'm glad that I remembered this. They should not be couched under condition. Again, it's what you bring to us. If you came with your clean credit report, why won't we give you more? What it means is that you've paid back every loan you've ever gotten.
That's why I like the BVN system. So the BVN system still works.
So it definitely does.
And
then
that.
we have our partners,
I like that.
The credit bureau, the CRC credit bureau committee, the first credit too. We're looking at all those things. And when we get the information of you being indebted to an organization or any other person, we form you, we cater to that kind of good knowledge and say, this is spoiling your business, you may not be able to do. And that's part of the business support too, because you'll be denied. So if you have 10 denials, what is it? We call you and say, how do we help you? These are the things that cost you not to get it. Let's recalibrate and then come back and get this loan for us, because we're literally here to help you. Yeah.
So I could hear that underlying fact of character somewhere.
Oh yeah.
So this is also saying to Lagos State residents, to qualify, you just must be a person of character.
Yes, and not only for the LSETF loans, on a general basis, have your clean bill or financial health. Ensure that what you want to get the loan for is what will bring you return, because so that you don't run into murky waters later. I mean, don't take the loan and then go buy yards of material to wear or marry another husband. Most people will say marry another wife.
You didn't even say marry another wife.
I know, that's why I say most people will say marry another wife. So I'm saying marry another husband, that sort of thing. Like, make sure it's what is business-wise. And as soon as that is turned over, you'll be surprised at how well you're doing. And of course, it affects the growth of Lagos State. We want to get to a point where not only are we creating jobs or training people, we want to affect the GDP of Nigeria through Lagos State.
Thumbs up to you guys. I mean, you're doing so much and we are proud.
Thank you.
Yes, we've been speaking with Rifa Balogun, Director Strategy, Funding, Stakeholder Management, Lagos State Employment Trust Fund. It's been a very interesting and inspiring time with you. Before we go, we leave you this message. Employment is not just a job, it's a pathway to economic freedom. Together, we can build a brighter future for ourselves and our communities. That's all we can take on today's message. Music for motivation on Champion of Fire 90.7. I beg your pardon, on Champion of Fire FM 90.7. Thank you for tuning in. Join DOYIN KUKOYI same time on Monday for another inspiring conversation. Until then, I'm Adirunke Fashiru. Stay motivated. Thank you so much, Sharifa.
Thank you
for joining us in this conversation. And I have learned so much. I can't wait to go spread the word.
Thank you.
I hope you have a great evening. Thank you to all our listeners. Have a wonderful evening. Bye.